Hey everybody, Urban EDC here. Got a quick kind of review for you. I don't have an unboxing because this thing didn't really come in a box per se. This came in a little bag, but this is a Chaves knives titanium. I think they call it a tie-fold titanium wallet that Urban EDC has. Now they had two versions. One, they're pretty much identical except for the other one that I don't have. Has a money clip on the back side of it so you can put cash in there, but I never carry cash. Cash leads to change and I don't want a bunch of change jingling around. So I just carry cards. So this card wallet, it's pretty nice. Now this is under 50 bucks. I think when I picked it, it was like 46 bucks, something like that. Not a whole lot of cheddar for this thing. So let's just kind of check it out. So solid titanium construction. You can see that it's got, hopefully you can see it's got a stonewash finish on it, which is real nice. Now you can kind of see the way that this is done, right? It's probably like sat out and then a machine. You got these, oops, sorry about that. You know, these notches kind of here, and then they, bend it over so it's in a square. Fold it over so you get tension. And it's a good size. Like these are, it's just slightly larger, I guess, than your cards. Tiny little gap in there, just enough so you can get some in there. So little U cut out there so you can get your thumb in there and slide your card out that you need. That's good. It's got good tension on it, so that's, here, I'll hold it at the side. That's not going anywhere. So your cards are not going to accidentally fall out. And I've only got 3 cards in here. There's just a driver's license, my Sam's card, and a credit card. So, I mean, and that's really all I carry personally. But even if you put more in there, you can fit a lot more cards in there, and it's got really good tension on it. So it's not gonna lose your cards at all. And I like that you can kind of pull them out. It hangs on to them. Pretty nice. So you can kind of grab it by the back. That way you can kind of look through and see what card you want, if the one that you want's not on top. And it really grips them nice. So it's good. So I'll say pros on it, it's not super expensive. It's got a nice finish. Tie fold right there. So it's good looking, it's sturdy, not gonna break on you. It's got really good tension, so it holds on to it. I either use like I've got this nice Pirate Goods electric blue wallet. I really love this thing. But your cards just pop in there and that's pretty much it, right? Or I'll use a money clip. This is what I use for a long time. I don't carry cash, but you just take your cards, just pop them in there. Now this thing's not going to hold 3 cards like that. I usually have more if I carry my money clip, but I use it like that, and that way I just grab my cards, right, put it in there. And this one has the option that if I do want to carry cash, that I could in this one because I can pop it just under there. That's usually how I carry it. Now I will say that moving on to kind of the downsides to this guy, the first downside I'm going to say is that there's no branding on this at all. Not at all. I mean, it doesn't say Chaves anywhere. I was kind of surprised that I'm not seeing, a key logo or their skull. None of that. Maybe, maybe that's for all the folks out there that love getting that second pocket clip so they don't have to have a skull sticking out of their pocket. Personally, I don't mind that kind of thing. It's up my alley aesthetically. So definitely was surprised to not see any kind of branding on this, which is, kind of disappointing. Because if you're, let's face it, like this kind of thing, probably the cost on this is not very much. So you're paying, close to 50 bucks for this thing, which I feel like has got a premium on it, but it doesn't have the branding so that, I at least feel good about the premium that I'm paying. So that's kind of a downside. The other thing is, one of its pros is kind of a con. It has very good tension on it. So it has such good tension, and maybe over time, that'll relax a little bit since it's new, but I gotta really force these cards up in here. I gotta use the cards to push this thing back so I can get it in there, which isn't terrible. It's not like you can't do it, right? But it is, I have found in carrying it that when I get up somewhere and it's time to pay, if my card is not right at the top, you know, I've got to search, and then I grab my card, right? So I pull my card out, and then once my card's out, I'm using it, right? And then I go to put it back in. Like, it doesn't just slide back in easy. You gotta really kind of push on that. Now, some practice, you know, you can do it, and it's not so tough, but I feel like I'd probably be, and it happened to me where, you know, I'm at the card reader and I'm just kind of like, you know, there's people behind me and they're waiting. So I'm just like, okay, so I just, you know, kind of hold it there and then walk off until I can kind of, you know, get away from folks that are waiting, and so I can push it back in. So it's a little tight. Hopefully over time, maybe that'll loosen just a little bit. Because it's not, I don't want my chip hanging out. You know, it's a little tight, so it's going to either take some getting used to, and you can kind of see that it's kind of digging into my card a little bit. Not the end of the world, but just know that it is tight, so you don't have to worry about losing your cards. You know, they're not going anywhere. Now, if you get a bunch of cards in that's real tight, you can also see that because of the way that this is cut out on the side, or the end, I should say, you know, you can push. You know, so if you can't get it here, you can kind of, you know, get a little push from back there. I don't know why you'd need to, but it is nice to have the option, right? Instead of if it was just totally enclosed, you wouldn't have that option. So overall, I'd say pretty nice, worth the money. 50-50. It's not crazy expensive, you know, but also just thinking about, you know, would have been nice to have, just imagine on the back side of that red, big old skull logo right there, or even if you weren't going to do that, right? Maybe just wrote Chaves knives on it, or just wrote Chaves or something on it. Would have been nicer, but, you know, I'd say a solid 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. It's going to do the job. Looks pretty cool. You know, it is titanium, so it's nice. If you want to anodize it, you can, which I probably will. So you can get a different finish on it, make it look nice. So, yeah. Urban EDC still has these. Now, they don't have the money clip version anymore, but they do still have some of these as of, you know, December 2nd. Or, sorry, December. I'm still in December. It's January 2nd. They still have some of these, and like I said, $46, so not crazy expensive. And definitely if you're looking for a titanium, you know, card kind of holder wallet, this is definitely a nice option. So, as always, if you like this kind of stuff, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, you know, how do you carry? Do you just have a wallet? Do you have a card wallet? Do you use a money clip or a paper clip or something like that? I've even seen people use those big, huge, sturdy, big like report clips. Teachers used to use, you know, the black kind of clips, and you can use those. They work great if you're just gonna, you know, carry a little bit of cash and cards. But let me know. And as always, I appreciate you hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next one.